All right, guys, looks like we're ready to go with Coach Bolt. First question is Chris Bassnett.
It will. Have you kind of seen the guys respond just the last couple of days coming off the two losses on Sunday, and has it kind of been what you hoped for and what you expected?
Yeah, we had an off day on Monday, so we didn't have anything going on Monday. But yesterday came out. We had actually addressed it the week before. It's easy to come out on a Tuesday practice when usually you're playing games on Tuesday. When you've won three in a row, I actually talked about it last week. I said, hey, there's going to be a time where we come out on these Tuesdays and we may not have had a great day on Sunday, and we got to respond the right way. And so, no worries there at all. We've got great leadership on our team. They came out ready to get better. I mean, that's kind of been the mantra of this team every day is just we're going to show up and work hard and get better today. And we were able to do that yesterday.
Next question, Evan Bland.
Hey, well, what are the challenges and advantages that come with playing the same conference team multiple times on back-to-back weekends like you guys are doing with Iowa? And does that affect how you set up your pitching when you see them so closely together?
Yeah, there's no secrets there with either team at this point. Just seeing each other this many times in a row. I wouldn't say you really do much different. The way the weekend set up last weekend, they saw Roach once, but the other two guys they didn't see. So, it's we're going to see their guys again for the second time. I mean, they know a lot about us. We know a lot about them. So there's not really anything that you're going to do differently. You just go out there and play, and we know Iowa's a good team, and it's going to be a really good challenge for us.
In your experience as a player or a coach, when a pitcher faces the same lineup, twice in a short amount of time, who does that generally favor, and how does that kind of change maybe the approach in those situations?
Yeah, I would say you get a lot of information as a hitter when you face a guy multiple times, especially within a game, and then you can turn right around and face him again the next week. You have a little bit fresher in your memory about the shape of the pitches, what it looks like, how they pitched you. And those type of things. So you just got to be smart as far as maybe how you set up a guy and got him out last week. You can't maybe necessarily do it exactly the same. Mixed locations. I mean, like I said, Roach is a guy that he's been around the block before. He can get you out in a bunch of different ways. So he'll have to be the one to be a little bit more cognizant of that this weekend. But yeah, I would say as a hitter, just the more you face a guy over the course of a short amount of time, you get more information, you probably have a better shot.
Next question, Michael Bruntz.
Well, you guys have a lot of depth and kind of the ability to mix and match lineups this year. Do you anticipate going forward that you'll kind of try to narrow that down a little bit as the season goes along, or was that more of a product, I guess, of having the 4-game weekends that you have had the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, I think the way we're gonna take it is each weekend is its own clean slate, honestly, and with it being conference standings for each game, it makes it pretty important. I mean, we can't really afford to let guys ride out multiple bad at bats, honestly, at the plate. I mean, we've got to try to pare down the guys that are having good at bats and giving you a great chance, and if they're not maybe necessarily swinging a bat great, bringing something else to the table in terms of elite defense or base running or something to that effect. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think there's really an exact science. I do think because we played 4 games the first 2 weeks, maybe we saw some different things. And as we get some more information on the pitchers as well that we're facing, maybe you can play matchups a little bit more with guys that you feel like maybe their skill set matches up better against a certain type of pitcher. So, with the limited season last year and us not playing conference games at all, and only, starting the season out this year, we didn't have a lot of information about the pitchers we're facing. So as we get more of that, I think maybe you can see us and other teams start to play matchups a little bit more. But yeah, other than that, it's every weekend. It's basically you better be locked in. You better be on your A game. because we can't really afford to have multiple guys in the lineup that aren't going good, or a pitcher that's not throwing strikes. I mean, that's why you build depth on a roster, though, is so you can pick those guys up if need be.
Kevin Suits.
Will, Logan Foster gave you guys some pop in the lineup there on Sunday. What was that like for you to see him put one over the fence and be productive at the plate, especially considering his journey to come back to Nebraska?
Yeah, it was a big part in the game. I mean, I was excited first and foremost for that. I mean, it was a big swing in the game. You're down a run with 2 outs, and you just scored a run. So you're thinking, okay, well, maybe we can hit a double here and get another runner in scoring position. And that was a great swing. I mean, I told him at practice yesterday, that's as good a swing on that type of pitch as I've seen him take. And I've seen him take a lot of swings through the years. So I was proud of him. Again, I mean, a guy that, because we have a lot of depth, I mean, hasn't gotten necessarily at bats every game, and has had a great attitude about it, stayed ready. And he had a couple of really big hits for us, but that was good to see. And we're going to need more of that from everybody.
Cole Peterson.
Hey, Coach. One of the bright spots in the lineup so far through 2 weeks has been Joe here in that 9 spot. I guess, how does that make your job easier as a coach, knowing he can turn the lineup over the way he has and kind of have that pop and drive in that 9 hole?
Yeah, he's been great. He's just given us quality at bat after quality at bat. And if you're a good offense, you've got to have that at the bottom of the order. You've got to have guys that are going to give you quality at bats, 6-8 pitch at bats, even if they don't get a hit, that they're taking something from the pitcher, making them work. He's got a great eye at the plate. He's come up with runners on base quite often and cashed in with some big RBI spots there. And it's what you'd hope to get from a guy that made the decision to come back, a 5th-year guy who's seen a lot of college baseball, and he was off to a great start for us last year as well. And even his outs, I mean, his outs have been on the barrel with a great approach, and he's very consistent in what he does day to day, and that tends to show up on game day as well for him.
Looks like we got one more. Michael Bruns.
I have to ask Will, are you going? I guess what's your rotation for this weekend, or do you have that set yet?
Yeah, we do. We'll go Povich, Roach, and then Shanneman on Sunday with a 3-game series this week.
And with Povich last weekend, I mean, what was the difference between that start and the first? I mean, maybe from a mentality standpoint, even from what he showed there.
Yeah, I think he just didn't show any sort of nerves or any sort of anxiousness. He was just very composed. And that's what we've been accustomed to seeing from him, honestly. I just think last week our opening week was an aberration for him. I think not necessarily he's going to go out and strike out 12 every game, but I think, he's got a 3 or 4 pitch mix going with a pretty good fastball and fastball command. Those are the type of outings that you can expect from him. Just being able to throw the changeup and fastball counts, being able to land the breaking ball, fastball to both sides of the plate, and hopefully what we continue to see from him is him to be able to hold his velocity a little bit better than what he's done in the past. Just he's stronger, more physically mature. So he had better composure, better demeanor, better attack overall. And when you have those attributes, your pitches have a little more conviction behind them, and they play up a little bit.
All right, one more. Mike Babcock.
Yeah, Coach, just you monitor the weather forecast, I'm sure. What's the forecast this weekend in Iowa City?
It looks like it's going to be, if I got some wood to knock on here, it looks like it's going to be good weather. I've never been warm in Iowa before in my life, so it looks like it's going to be in the 50s maybe. So I'm looking forward to some sunshine and some good weather hopefully this weekend.
Thanks.
All right, that's it for Coach Bolt. We'll bring on Jackson Hallmark next.
Thanks, guys.